What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching The Road to TF5. This is just a web series where I talk about Transformers 5, and this is episode number 4, and what we're going to talk about in this episode is a rumor. There's not a whole lot to talk about with regards to the production of the 5th installment of the live-action Transformers franchise, but there is a lot of rumors and speculation, and that's what this web series is all about. But before we talk about this rumor, let's go back to look at this poll that I created. This was back in, let's see, when did I post this? I posted a little bit over a week ago. And the poll was, should Michael Bay or Ehren Kruger go? Like, should they go or should they stay? And I left a couple of options available for you to vote. For example, keep Michael Bay, replace Ehren Kruger. Keep Ehren Kruger, replace Michael Bay. Keep both Ehren Kruger and Michael Bay, replace both Michael Bay and Ehren Kruger, and I don't care. Let's look at the poll results as of, you know what, let me find out exactly when this was posted. This was posted on, let's see, September 9th. So it was posted exactly a week ago, alright? So exactly a week ago, we now have a lot of votes. Okay, let's just talk about this. This is based on the viewers from the Ragin Nation and the people who viewed the video in the previous episode of The Road to TF5. 728 votes for keep Michael Bay, replace Ehren Kruger. 57 votes for keep Ehren Kruger, replace Michael Bay. 607 votes for keep both Ehren Kruger and Michael Bay. 777 votes for replace both Michael Bay and Ehren Kruger, and 54 votes for I don't care. So, considering that a lot of fans are invested in this franchise, very few of them don't care. Also, who the heck would want to keep Ehren Kruger and replace Michael Bay? Seriously. Keep Ehren Kruger, replace Michael Bay? So that leaves us with 57 votes, which is very, very few. Now, here's what's interesting. 2/3 of the sample that voted wants to keep Michael Bay. Okay? 2/3. Now, 1/3 wants to replace Michael Bay. Okay, and this is 1/3 of this sample. But essentially, after looking at these poll results, people want Michael Bay back. I think the idea is that people want Michael Bay to finish this new trilogy, this new rebooted trilogy. We're talking about the Mark Wahlberg trilogy. And I think that should be the way to go. While I am completely open-minded, honestly speaking, if Michael Bay comes back to direct, I'm happy. Because he gave us really explosive last 4 movies, and I want to see him finish 5 and 6. Now, on the other hand, if they bring in a new director with a brand new vision, okay, or rather with his own vision, I'm also open to that as well. My only problem is, or assumption rather, and I shouldn't always assume things, is that nobody will do, no director available or that they pick will do as good as a job as Michael Bay. Now, what I mean by that is that, you know, there are a lot of great, phenomenal directors out there. Okay, we're talking about the Christopher Nolans, or Ridley Scott's, James Cameron's. You know, I'm talking about those types of directors. Not any one of them is ever going to direct a Transformers film, and that's a fact. Okay, they have their own films to direct. I'm talking about smaller directors. Okay, so you know, directors with not a whole lot of credits on their under their belt rather. So none of those directors will ever you know, amount up to what Michael Bay has created for this franchise. And that's my problem with getting a new director. But I'm still open to a brand new vision. Whatever they give us, I will go out to watch, okay? So once again, here are the poll results. 33% want to keep Michael Bay, replace Aaron Kruger. I'm a part of that. 3% want to keep Aaron Kruger, replace Michael Bay. 27% want to keep both Aaron Kruger and Michael Bay. 35% want to replace both Michael Bay and Aaron Kruger, and 2% don't care. Anyways, the poll is still open. I'm going to leave you the link on the description box below for you to check out. Now, let's talk about this rumor. Okay? Now, once again, this is just a rumor. And it doesn't make a whole... Like, I'm calling it a rumor, okay? I'm officially calling it a rumor, while some headlines don't call it a rumor. Some headlines are actually confirming this. Some headlines are actually stating this as fact. I don't even know where this originated from. But all I see is that all the big news websites, the big entertainment news websites, have this headline. Transformers 5. Mark Wahlberg, Michael Bay out. Shia LaBeouf, Megan Fox to return. Okay, you can see this on all the major entertainment websites. First of all, I am going to just get rid of the second half of that headline, which is Megan Fox and Shia LaBeouf to return. First of all, Shia LaBeouf is not going to be returning. He has his own personal problems, okay? And there's no Megan Fox character. There's no Michaela Baines character without Sam Witwicky. Okay, what is the point of having Michaela if Sam Witwicky is not going to be in there? Okay, and obviously another thing you got to know is that, and I've mentioned this in the past, while Steven Spielberg is the executive producer for the Transformers live-action franchise, he won't have Megan Fox in his franchise. He's the one that puts out the money for these movies. Why exactly would he want to rehire Megan Fox after he got her fired? Okay, so let's just get rid of the Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox to return. Let's go to the original rumor. Okay, Mark Wahlberg and Michael Bay out. First of all, let's look at what Michael Bay stated in previously. He said that there's this passion project of his involving elephant poaching, and it's all about flexing new muscles and trying new things. What he means by that is that he wants to trying other things. Now, he didn't exactly answer the interviewer's questions. The interviewer's question was, "Are you coming back for Transformers 5?" He didn't say no. He didn't answer that. He said that he wanted to try new things. Okay? So that is not a confirmation that he's not coming back. So where it says Michael Bay out, we're going to file that under rumor. Okay. Now Mark Wahlberg out. Okay. Well, I don't believe that Mark Wahlberg can be out. I don't know why that this headline is even out there. Mainly because back in CinemaCon, which took place in March of 2014. Mark Wahlberg was in an interview, and he was quoted saying this. He said, you know, with these big movies, the studios make you sign on for a couple more films, and we'll see how the success of this film does before they decide to work on another one. But the fact is that he said that, well, with these kind of movies, the studios make you sign on for more than one film. Okay? Which suggests that he is signed on for Transformers 5 and 6. Okay? That's if they make a Transformers 5 and 6. He didn't actually say that he was signed on for Transformers 5 and 6. He suggested that he was signed on for more than one Transformers film. Okay? And so because of that, that still dispels this rumor of Transformers 5. Mark Wahlberg, Michael Bay out. And one thing you got to know is that Mark Wahlberg was working on Transformers 4, or Age of Extinction, because of Michael Bay. He had so much fun, or rather, they had so much fun working together that they wanted to work together again. Okay, and that's why Mark Wahlberg is in Transformers Age of Extinction. And I'm positive that, you know, this did a huge thing for Mark Wahlberg's career. Okay, while Transformers Age of Extinction is probably not the best movie, which really works out or stretches Mark Wahlberg's acting chops, it is, however, the biggest film, his highest grossing film to date, at $1.07 or $1.08 billion worldwide. That is Mark Wahlberg's biggest film in his entire career in the lead role. Okay, so this is a very important film to him. He's not going to say no if Michael Bay is back to direct Transformers 5. Another thing you got to know is that how can they get rid of Mark Wahlberg when this is the start of a new trilogy? Okay? Getting rid of Mark Wahlberg is kind of like saying, like, okay, you know what? We had you in Transformers 4. We're ready to kick you out of this new rebooted franchise. We're gonna bring in some fresh young new blood as a human cast. You know, what was that all about? You know, signing on for more than one film after the success of the first one. You know, what's that all about? So anyways, I'm gonna shelve this under rumor. Okay, I don't believe this at all. I don't believe that Mark Wahlberg's out. On the other hand, Michael Bay, that's still up in the air. He never said that he is out. He never said that he's confirming to be back into direct Transformers 5. Paramount is still working out a deal with Michael Bay. And the reason why Michael Bay hasn't talked about anything with regards to a 5th installment is because he's busy promoting the DVD and Blu-ray. Okay, the DVD and Blu-ray will be out in 2 weeks. The digital download is available now, okay, on iTunes. So, you know, there's no news to talk about until it is 100% confirmed. So I'm filing this, or rather, I'm shelving this under rumor. And I want to actually follow up on this. And now, if this were to really be real, like Mark Wahlberg is out, I'm going to tell you which 2 actors that I would want to see in this movie. One or the other. Jason Bateman as a father, or Patrick Wilson as a father. Okay? Now, one thing you got to know about these movies is that it always involves parents and parenting. And it's always about these parents, or rather the father, who has some sort of influence on their kid's decision. Okay, for the first movie, father buying the kid a car. The car changes his life. Okay, no sacrifice, no victory. Okay, that was something from the Witwicky family motto. Okay, in the second movie, it was about Sam Witwicky leaving his home and his parents, or rather him dealing with being away from his parents. But his father actually essentially wants them to stick together. You can tell in the Egypt battle, he says, "We stick together. We stick together." Okay, so he has an influence on his kid's decision. All right, but essentially there was a bigger picture there. Now in the third movie, Transformers: Dark of the Moon, it was about Sam Witwicky getting a job and how important it is to his parents for him to get a job, okay? Not just any job, but a real job, okay? But then later on in the movie, one thing that was a big influence about the parents is that you gotta get her back, okay? He lost his girlfriend to some dude. You gotta get her back. The parents were trying to emphasize that in the middle of the movie, that if you want something, you gotta go get it. Okay. Now a lot of people might not even realize this or don't care, but the parents do play a role in the movie, and that is to really bring it down to the more human story, the grounded level. Okay, sure, they're goofy and doing all the silly stuff, but then at the end of the day, they do have some influence to the story. Now, fast forward to Age of Extinction. Now, Mark Wahlberg obviously plays a huge part as a father in this movie. Okay, so that's why I am throwing this out there, and that is, if I were to see a new human character, a new human cast, I would want to see Jason Bateman playing a father, because he does a really good job doing that. And I would also like to see Patrick Wilson. If Jason Bateman is not cast, I would love to see Patrick Wilson cast as playing a father. Okay? Just because I think they're superb actors and they could do good job playing fathers. Okay? So there you have it. That's all I got to say in this video. What do you guys think about this rumor? Do you think Mark Wahlberg is out? Or do you think he's back in? And who would you like to see, I guess, replace Mark Wahlberg for Transformers 5 and 6. Once again, this is all just a rumor. This really doesn't... These headlines and all these news articles that I've been reading, like, there's tons of these articles out there that are saying Mark Wahlberg out, Michael Bay out, Megan Fox and Shia LaBeouf to return. None of this means anything to me, and I'm doing this right here to officially dispel this rumor. Okay? Even if Mark Wahlberg is not coming back, okay? It doesn't mean that I'm wrong. None of this is actually confirmed, so how can anybody be right or wrong? Okay, even if you think that even if you believe that Mark Wahlberg is out, nobody can confirm this. Okay, so that's why I'm shelving this under rumor. And there you have it. That's all I gotta say in this video. Stay tuned for the road to TF5 episode 5. We're gonna have a lot more to talk about, and also stay tuned for TF4 talk. Another episode is coming right your way. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation. My name is Alex Yu. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. I didn't know they made stuff like this. This is actually pretty cool. It's an Optimus Prime character collectible.